Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very center. You can follow Xtra on the tweets at Xtra VDG. You can follow Xtra on the Tweetabird, Xtra VDG. And if you like, and if you want to not be entertained, and that's with a capital T, you can do the same with me, Vince D. Gregory. Everybody enjoys and hearts and adores a redemption story. There's something about redemption that makes you feel human, that makes you have or makes you want to root for someone to turn it around, because maybe you're projecting, maybe there's something that you have experienced and been through, and you want to know that if you were in that position, you'd have people rooting for you as well, and you would succeed more often than not. And having people in your corner and having people rooting for you to turn it around and to bounce back and to recover is something that you long for deep inside. That's unspoken. It's kind of like innate. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. I will continue thanking you, whether it's 1 second, whether it's 10 seconds or minutes or the entire episode, or you come and keep continuing to come back and be a reg. But if it's 0 seconds, I can't thank you for 0 seconds. 0 seconds is 0 seconds. 0 seconds is no time whatsoever spent. But if you spend at least 1 second, once again, thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels and seems like it's every single day, but it ain't every single day. It just feels that way because we got this special, unique bond that we share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. However, some things you just should not share, or you should not share. And that's not me judging. That's an observation. And that's how I move about. That's how I move about. But sharing is caring for the most part. Yeah, it is. With necessary caveats, with necessary things that you have to put in and say, no, I ain't sharing that. No, thank you. But one day, 1 year, 1 century, at some point in time, someone's going to come up with what they call this. And when they do, we will retroactively go back and say, this is what it is. This is what it was. This is what it always will be. But we don't need that at the moment, ATM, because we just know how it feels. And we just have this understanding about how unique and special this be. Okay, so redemption. And I don't necessarily want to turn this into a redemption story. And I definitely don't want to go all uppity and high and mighty on a redemption tip. I just had an observation, and I just been observing that there's something about failing and coming back from failing. I say it's a learning experience, and I deem it necessary for you to continue to grow as a human, to continue to grow as a person. And I'm not necessarily saying that you need to fail to grow, or you need to fail to learn, or you need to fail to be human. I'm just saying those instances presents an opportunity for you to utilize that moment, not as a teachable one, but teachable moments are good when, anyway, they are good for they are good, but not in a teachable moment, just to use this as a way to reevaluate, a way to reassess, a way to look at how things has been happening, what you've been doing. Can something be done a little bit different? Are you noticing trends? Are you noticing patterns? Are you falling into a trend? Are you falling into a pattern? Are you repeating the same thing and getting the same results? Now you need to do something different. And this provides benchmarks. It provides moment in time where you can point out and say, this is what it is. This is what happened up until that certain point. I was doing things this way, or I was doing things that way. Now I can switch up. Now I can change, because I know if I continue doing it this way and everything stays the same, barring some outside forces, some variables that you can't control occur. But everything that you can control, that's within your control and that's controllable, you will get the same results. Everything will be the same. And failing and not succeeding is the benchmark, the point where you can point to and say, this is what happened. This is how, or this is what I can, this is what will occur if I keep on the same pattern, if I keep doing the same exact thing that I'm doing and just repeating. I'm just going to get better at this losing, get better at this failing. But once again, you don't necessarily need to lose or need to fail to learn or grow. It just makes you a little bit more human. It just gives you a more insight into the different ways of life, different life experiences. You can observe, but observation only take you so far. You can live vicariously through other people, but that can only take you so far. When you actually experience it, you know, and you can recall how that experience was. You can use that experience as motivation. You can use that experience as a deterrent. You can utilize that experience however you deem is necessary for you to get to where you need to go or where you want to go. And that experience is something that will stick with you, and you'll be able to recall it. You'll be able to remember it because it is unique to you and those feelings. It is unique to you and how everything went around and went about. But you don't need all that still to learn and to grow. It just helps the process. It helps make it more better and easier. It makes it better and easier to be able to turn on a dime, to be able to make the proper corrections for you to eventually get where you want to go, get where you need to go, get where you should be. However, if you already have the cheat code, I can't really operate from a perspective or a point of view if you have the cheat code already. And having the cheat code already is basically not having to struggle, not needing redemption, not needing anyone because you already have everything. I'm just going to say be careful with that. I'm just going to say make sure that you ain't living that life up and just enjoying it and say you ain't going to never need anything, anybody, because you already got it all. What goes up must fall. It must. And being basically around people who actually experience things and just living vicariously through them, or having a level of compassion, better known as empathy, it can help you, and it will help you if you do have the cheat code. Because if you're empathetic and you can understand and you can actually walk in someone else's shoes, but not actually putting their shoes on, you can visualize it down to the exact emotion, or assume the emotions that it would need and that it would take to walk in those shoes. Then that's a different level that you on. That is a different level that you on, and not many people with the cheat code are in that position or on that level, or even care to be on that level. But if you are a unique specimen. I'd say you are a big boss. You are the in-game boss. You are the one when you're playing the vid games and you're just going through certain levels and stuff, and then you done made your way all to the end of the level, and you think that it's time to go, or it's time to go to the next level before you can process and go to the next level, or you at the end of the game before you can beat or end the game. You play the boss. You play the one that is the king or queen or entity of that level or that game, and you battle them. That's you. If you have all those things and you got the cheat code, that is you. You are the boss. You are the one that everybody is getting to at the end once they done leveled up. But you don't got to go through the levels. You ain't got to do any of that because you already at the end. You already at the end. You are the boss. But if you have a certain level of empathy and you know everything about walking in other shoes and what have you, it'll be easier for you when you play the game or forced to play the game and you need to get through and go through the levels, and you face your own boss. You face your own in-game creature, entity, one who says you must beat me to go past here. And that's the redemption story. That is a redemption mission we all root for, or would love to, like to root for the little guy. We all would wish and hope that if somebody fails, if somebody's going through a struggle, if somebody's facing trials and tribulations, that they can come out on the other end, not only stronger, but come out on the other end wiser, come out on the other end a more better person, a more better human, and have a unique insight into what it actually takes in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the game of life. Because there's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs, there's gonna be games that you're gonna have to play that you don't want to play, levels you're gonna have to go through and level up, and then only get to the end game or only get to the boss and then lose and have to play a different game or have to start all over. Or then you just get mad and you press reset, or you get mad and you just say, I ain't playing this game no more. But then the game start up and going anyway. And I imagine that's why we project. I imagine that's why we feel some kind of way when it comes to somebody on their way up again after already being down. Not necessarily fighting for the little guy, but understanding that they are doing everything in their power, everything humanly possible to be better. And then deep inside, that's all that we wish for. Deep inside, that's all that we hope for. That we in a position where we lose. We in a position that we're down and out. We in a position where it doesn't seem like there is nothing left. But we turn the corner. But we keep on. But we stay strong. We get stronger. We start fighting back. We start leveling up on all the levels that we need to level up on. From the outside looking in, we are either quietly or loudly rooting for that, because we know at some point, without the cheat code, we will be in that position. We will be in that same position, and it's nothing like having strangers, friends, family, having a little bit more empathy or even understanding to a certain degree that it's tough, it's rough, but you fighting, and we here, or we are wishing you well, wishing you well. And I imagine that's how redemption is. I imagine that's how we as a whole view redemption. And I can only imagine because most of you think I am a robot anyway, so it does not matter. Thank you. Be sure to check out the website at extra.vdgsports.com. That is extra.vdgsports.com. This episode is not, I repeat, not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com, but stuff is coming out. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, basically all things Vince, and it's getting better. Yeah, it is. And it's going to get even better. Just keep tuning in. There's a YouTube as well. VDG Sports. Everything is there. Like, subscribe, share. Everything is there. Do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you may. Everything is there. Comment if you must. Everything is there. VDG Sports. That's YouTube. Noobs, hey. It's the end time. Just hold on. You'll see. Regs, you know what time it is. Peace out.